time you want to settle down as a person, make sure that your values, what is important to you, is represented in a relationship. Look out for it. Don't chase love. Love comes later. We grow in love. It's an experience. We choose to. We sacrifice. So the first thing you want to do when you want to settle down is, this is my value. And then you're looking out for it when you are dating. Have you actually ever heard the word that after all I did for you, after all that I did for them? You know, there are two things that you must never ever forget when it comes to long life or choosing a life partner. But before I give you these tools today, I just want you to subscribe to our channel, like, share. Most importantly, let us know some of the tools that, or some of the content that I can do that will make you to enjoy your relationship a little bit more. There are two things that truly defines a healthy relationship: love and value. Love, in simple terms, literally means it's a human experience. It's embedded in the choices we make and sacrifices. Yes. And value is what truly defines you as a person. In other words, in any time you're in a relationship, you must be seen in the relationship. Your needs, things that truly makes you happy, things that doesn't, anything that somebody can say, this is you, must be seen in the relationship. Two of these can never ever be separated. But what happens many of the times when people want to choose relationship is that they look out for love more than values. In other words, they are driven by this experience and they make a choice and they sacrifice where value is not represented in their relationship. Listen, sometimes love is never ever enough. So no matter the sacrifice, no matter the choices you are making, if your value is not represented in the relationship, you are really going to encounter problems. You're going to spend years making unnecessary sacrifices that truly doesn't represent you. In other words, being in a relationship and not wanting to have children is a sacrifice that you are choosing to make because your spouse doesn't want children. One reason or the other, you love them so much, or you've made the choice to love them, something. You've been together for a long time, or the experience you've had together has gotten you to a point whereby, because they don't want children, you are also saying, oh, I don't want children. We've been together for a long time. It's okay. You know, after all, our love, being together is more important. And there is value. Value also says, I am looking for these kind of things in my relationship. In other words, when you want to settle down, you want to look for somebody that wants to have a child, or that family life is important to them, whatever it is important to you, faith or anything, I don't know what it is, but you look out for it and then you choose. Now, choosing that person, let's say, choosing somebody who says, listen, I want children, I want to get married, and then you're married and then the child, you are not able to have children, is a totally different thing. The want is there, the need is there, they want to, but they can't. It's different from choosing not to have children because your spouse doesn't want to have children. You've been together for so long, so you have letting go of your value, and because of love, you are choosing not to have a child. This is very detrimental. So what happens? When you are in the relationship, after all, making these big sacrifices, choosing not to have a child because your spouse doesn't want to have a child, when they leave you, this is where the pain comes from. When the relationship doesn't go the way you want it, this is where the pain comes from, because you sacrifice because of them, rightly so. But your values was not presented. You've sacrificed not to have a child because they don't want to have a child. And now they've left you, and there you are. After all that I did for you. And it is very different from they wanted it, you are in it, but the child is not coming. Two different things. So what am I saying? Anytime you let go of yourself in a relationship, anytime you let go of your value, you love yourself a little bit less. Anytime you let go of the things that are very, very important to you, you are not represented in a relationship. So, number one, anytime you want to settle down as a person, make sure that your values, what is important to you, is represented in a relationship. Look out for it. Don't chase love. Love comes later. We grow in love. It's an experience. We choose to. We sacrifice. So the first thing you want to do when you want to settle down is, this is my value. And then you're looking out for it when you are dating. I want somebody that is family orientated. I want somebody that truly believes in the traditional marriage. Traditional marriage is not a bad thing. You don't want, a man doesn't want to marry another man in the house, and a woman doesn't want to marry another woman in the house. You know, so when I mean woman, is a man behaving like a woman and a woman behaving like a man. You want, your values could literally be that somebody that, is work orientated. You want to marry somebody that, they said, listen, me, I don't want to work. I want to be a housewife, or I want to be a house husband. Whatever your values are, make sure that you look out for it first. And then you realize that when you're able to grasp these important things that truly define you, whether it is your faith or whatever it is, once you have that, listen, I keep telling you, we are not looking at perfection. We are looking at what is important to you. Once you have that, you realize that you grow in love. You make the sacrifices. You choose to love the person. And that really solidifies any relationship more. Listen, nobody has, know what will happen in the future, but you do your best, and your best is making sure that you are presented in a relationship. You are not allowing love to drive you, rather you're allowing values to drive you, and love comes later. My name is Abigail Borquaye, and until I come your way again, remember, change starts from the one that wants change. So, lead the way. Bye.